Hi everyone. Today I'm going to answer to a question: is a language learning a waste of time? I have been learning a lot of languages, both in programming or like talking English, German, Turkish, those kind of things. And I think I'm in a situation to actually give an answer to this question rather than like saying it depends on your context and depends on who you are and those kind of cliches. So I'm gonna go and discuss with you rather what it is the topic. Thing is, humans are not about efficiency. They're all about happiness. Humans are not machine. They are not an industry that all of their actions measured by efficiency. If it's a waste of time, so you can be playing computer games for 5 years and it's not a waste of time, as long as it doesn't hurt your responsibilities or your well-being. So humans are not there to produce something. Humans are just to live their life happily and then go on. And sometimes wasting time in terms of financial perspective hurts this happiness over time. Like, for example, if you're just going playing cards and then you don't have the rent to pay, or you haven't bought a house, you haven't invested, or all those things will end up like misery or not happiness. That's the only part that hurts. Therefore, it's very wrong to judge and say human is all about efficiency or success, because success is very relative. For somebody to just staying alive is a huge success, versus for a billionaire's child to become a millionaire only is a huge failure. Therefore, it is very subjective, and you can't say that ever. Even no person can say it about their own life. So you can watch this thing in a two perspective. One is hobby and the other one is professional. So you can say language learning from a hobby perspective for or from a professional perspective. Now, a lot of hobbies are having this requirement to put a lot of effort into them. For example, diving. In order to become a good hobby, you need to have training for it. You need to spend time on it, equipments. It's a bit harder than like just drinking and having a talk with a friend. And from professional perspective, that's a whole different game. I'm gonna talk about it in a minute. It's a perfect hobby, in my opinion, to learn a language, and it's really rewarding in a sense that even if you know few sentences, few things, numbers, and like A1 level stuff of a language, it just kind of gives you a good understanding of the culture, and then might make you a bit closer with the people of that language, especially if you're traveling there or living there. And it's a rewarding hobby. Well, it's hard because when the brain is learning hard things, it all the time tries to make excuses that why it shouldn't do, because just the brain wants to survive, not to extend. And from a hobby, I think versus a lot of hobbies, for example, computer game playing, that you play Fortnite, for example, and like everybody else around you feels you're stupid, although it's your choice anyway. Then learning a new language, even few words, can open up a lot of like conversation with other human beings, and I find it very interesting. Like I learned a little bit of Russian, and then in a game net, and it was cool to talk a bit in Russian. So if you're doing it for hobby, perfectly fine. No arguing that. It's a good rewarding thing. Unfortunately, it's a bad professional tool. Learning a language is hard. It takes a lot of time, and it's just not that profitable versus other works you can do. Although a lot of people do this professionally in some conditions, it's very useful. For example, here in Poland, if you want to go and do a driver's license, and you need to have a translator with you. Even if you know the language a little good, it's a good idea to take a translator with you, because the amount of time that takes he translates, he might give you some hints. It just makes your success level much higher. And I was thinking, like, if somebody can pass a language exam for such work, if they're a little bit older situation, like older ages, and they are not that much comfortable doing hard work, sitting all the time behind a computer, or going to build a house, or I don't know whatsoever, like physical work. It could be such a cool professional, but generally it's a bad tool for your career growth. It's just not much money in it. That's what it is like. as sad as it sounds. The bar is assumed so much lower. People think like Duolingo or some apps or things are designed to teach them something. It's not true. Learning a language, you're grinding so much. You need to put like 2 years of your time, day and night, in order to become fluent. Because, like in a skill which is incomplete is basically a wasted time which could be used on drinking and talking to a friend, and from that perspective, it's just very hard to learn a language and learn it correctly, not just a few words and few sentences, and then all the time with a mistaken grammar you talk, and just polite people accept that you're talking, but actually you're not. There's just more efficient skills to make money if you're looking into this professionally. Although there are cases people are very successful in this, but on average, I mean, it's just not good. Now, the important message I think I have of my experience here is if it doesn't hurt, do it. I mean, as I said, people are not about efficiency, even in professional terms, even if you're a perfect, like you're making a very high rate per hour, then you can say, hey, let's just sleep half and then make more money. Let's not talk to the parents, make more money. And you can do this definitely, but it's really gonna hurt your well-being over time. Therefore, if you like it, just go for it. Don't seek other people's acceptance. But just the problem might come when you have other responsibilities and then you're spending all your time on learning on a very non-useful language, which you will never travel to, you will never have a business. Now, you could say in a Persian community, somebody knows English. This is a massive skill because they can immigrate, they can talk to foreigners. But if you're from America and just knowing English and then you're due with the rent, why would you spend learning some like Polish language, for example, and avoiding your responsibilities? Thank you for watching this. I thought it's good to share with you, like if it's a good idea to learn languages or not.